Ladies and gentlemen, the warmest of welcomes to James Wright Cars, and today's video is this 2015 on a 15 Bentley Flying Spur V8. This vehicle has only done 43,700 miles from new. It's accompanied by a lovely service history, and here's the thing, it's only had 2 owners from new. The paintwork around the vehicle is beautiful. It's the most gorgeous of colours, and the finish and the depth of shine and the quality to it really does show. Pressing a button to open the boot here, or pressing the B, will trigger the electric boot opening. And if we have a little look inside here, and lift that up, there's the unused spare wheel. The car's had, I think, 2 batteries in it. We've replaced both batteries. Electric boot closing, of course, and down the flanks, as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. Size of the rear doors are enormous. If I open the door and close, you can see that it pulls itself to it. It has these soft closing doors. The chrome strip in there is part of the extras list, and it also has this keyless entry and keyless go locking. This electric window switch, obviously when you press it down it opens the window. When you close it again, it puts the side blinds up. There's also a rear blind, and that button there does for that side as well. We've got the piano black trim with a chrome inset. It's framed by the very dark navy blue leather, and this diamond stitched leather, which is perforated, is part of the Mulliner specification. Looking further on, we've got in Bentley emblazoned on the thresholds. We've got the beautiful leather inside, which is the highest of qualities. It's contrast stitched, memory electric reclining. I think they may be massaged. They're heated and cooled seats, and we've got the overmats there, which have got the piping around the edge, which is in a contrast to the carpet. Working our way up, this is where the DVDs go in. If I open this here, you've got an illuminating vanity mirror there, so you can admire yourself. And of course, got the rear DVD screens, which we'll come back to. Tyres are all matching Pirelli P0s. They're in very, very good condition. This one's about 6 or 7 mil, and they're all around about that. Great attention has been paid to the alloys, and we have, as a business, have had these wheels dismantled and all these bolts taken out, and the whole thing shot blasted, and the edge here put into a bright finish, and this put into a slightly contrasting silver. It's tasteful, it's not blingy, even down to the caps here, little Bentleys on those there. So these are newly done and are unmarked and are lovely. This is the offside rear, this is the near side rear, this is the near side front, and this is the offside front. You may notice that the leather seats are perforated, and also so is the headliner. It's a leather headlining, and it's the most immaculate and beautiful condition, and all the interior light displays and controls. Working our way down, we've got organ stop here for the rear heating or ventilation. If I press that button there, the whole unit pops out, and we can then select. If we go to the home screen, we've got various things. We've got climate, and then we can go control the stuff in the front. Now if we go to seats, we can then heat the seats or cool the seats in the back. Go back to the home menu, we can press the rear blind and operates. That's the blind going up, and that's the blind going back down. Going back to the home menu again, we can press the rear seat entertainment button here, and we can select both screens, and then we can then drag our finger across here to the various choices and then press the button, and of course then there's now the DVD playing. Going back to the home screen again, we can go to the front there, and we can control what's happening in the front. So for example, I can put the map on the front screen, or go back to media, or go to radio, and I can also control the volume. Now when you've done with this unit, it just pops back in there and locks itself in. So now, having pressed the various buttons on that centre console unit, we've got television playing in this right hand screen, and we've got a DVD playing in that left hand screen. The vehicle is equipped with 3 keys in total, which is not to be sniffed at because I wouldn't like to pay for a replacement. We have a set of Bentley headphones for the television system here, the DVDs and what have you, and if I pull down the centre armrest and roll this back here, we have cup holders. Lift the armrest up, we have Bentley stitched into the centre console here. We have the charging cables for the headphones, and pulling this one down here, I can then put the ignition key into this, oh, it's already down, into this unit here, and you can lock this away, or when it's down, you can put balks of timber from B&Q through there. We've got embossed headrests here, so this really is all about the rear seats as much as it is in the front. This is the most luxurious vehicle I've ever been in. I think I'm going to take it for a little drive. But before we do, let's have a little look at what's going on in the front. Of course, don't forget it's got the soft closed doors, we've got electric windows here, front and rear, you've got the memory electrics, heated, ventilated seating, which I'm not sure whether it's massage or not. It probably is, knowing this car. We have the bound over mats here, and underneath the carpets, which are of course the finest of quality, are in most beautiful condition, as you would expect. There's no edge damage to the seats. It's really, really good there, and it's not filthed or mucked or lost any of its plumptuousness. I'll jump in. Car's already running because we've meddling around with the televisions. There's the mileage at 43,000. The car is equipped with a glass tilting sliding sunroof with an electric blind, and it also has a photochromatic mirror. I do like these organ stops, as you know. We have the satellite screen here, and then if I put it into reverse, it's equipped with a rear camera, which is good news. There's the radio function, and it's all touch screen, as you would imagine. We have electrically folding door mirrors. We have heated and cooled seats, which can be controlled through there, and also the rear blind can be controlled there, and it has the adjustable ride comfort and the adjustable height of the vehicle because it's on air suspension. There are twin armrests here which have little trinket trays inside, all nice and solid and beautifully made. And this is the power outlet. There's no unfortunate smells in this car, and I would chance my arm and say this car's never ever been smoked in. As I say, it's only had 2 owners, and there's no odour of cigarettes or anything like that in here. On go the glasses to look at the paperwork, and I can tell you the car, as I just said, has had 1 former keeper, that's 2 owners in total. Registered on the 12th of May 2015 as a Bentley Flying Spur V8, 254 grams per kilometre, so that'll cost you about 700 quid to tax, which is cheap at half the price. And we have pieces of paper here which are really quite interesting because they give the specification of the car, or they give the extras list, and because that's a cost option, it says, and they are namely rear view camera, remote control garage door opener, and that's that on that page. And we've got steering column mounted gear selectors, the paddle shifts, the chrome inlays and the door waist rails, the deep pile overmats to the front and rear, the 3-spoke hide trimmed leather steering wheel and dual tone, the electrically operated blinds for the rear passenger windows, the first aid kit and warning triangle, and we've also then got the last sheet of paper here which says contrasting binding to carpet overmats contrast. So those are the extras that this car had over and above the standard car. Now we've got a very good service history. We've just serviced this in actual fact, and we've been to Bentley for the parts. It's not got an every year meticulously stamped up service history. We've got a very good service history, but it's not absolutely full. But it's plainly been loved and plainly been well looked after. So we've got all 3 sets of keys for it, and we've got the stamp book here with not every stamp in there, but most of them. And as promised, now let's go and take that for a little run. When driving, the quietness of the car and the refinement of it is what is most apparent. There's no surprise there, of course, because it's a 4-litre V8, it has air suspension, it has 4-wheel drive, it's on good quality tyres, which are in very nice condition. And then, of course, there's incredible build quality from Bentley, and it'll bring that lot together, and it's quite a place to be. It's been a great pleasure to own this car, and I'd be very sorry in many ways to see it go. It's not been a pain to live with in terms of fuel costs. That 4-litre V8, yes, it uses petrol, but nothing like the 6-litre W12 unit uses, and because it's not slow, if you put your foot down like that, it launches itself, and oh my goodness, it does go. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Let's go and have a quick look under the bonnet. And there it is. That's that 4-litre V8 twin turbo unit petrol engine mated to an automatic gearbox. And there we have it. That's our 2015 on a 15 Bentley Flying Spur 4-litre V8 turbo. Now you can get me on this telephone number running across the bottom of the screen here. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. We can take a part exchange. We can also arrange finance at some very competitive rates. I'd be delighted for you to come down, see it and drive it. But all it remains me to do now is to thank you very much for watching.